The knife sliced through the photo with surgical precision, erasing Alex's smiling face from the family portrait. His mother's hands trembled as she pinned the pieces back together, but the gap remained, a void as deep as the secret she'd buried for years. Little did she know, this Christmas in the snow-dusted suburbs of Denver, that ghost would claw its way back into their lives, tearing open wounds no holiday cheer could mend. Eleanor Harper stared at the mutilated image on her kitchen table, the scent of pine from the half-decorated tree mingling with the bitter tang of regret. At 62, her face was a map of fine lines etched by decades of quiet denial, her silver-streaked hair pulled into a severe bun that matched the rigidity of her beliefs. The family portrait had been taken last summer at Lake Tahoe, a rare moment of unity for the Harpers. Her husband Tom, broad-shouldered and ever the stoic patriarch, daughter Lydia, 28 and radiant with her new engagement ring glinting, son-in-law-to-be Marcus, all charm and corporate polish, and then Alex, 25, standing slightly apart, his green eyes holding a shadow no one else seemed to notice. She'd done it in a fit of rage 2 nights ago, after overhearing Lydia whisper to Marcus about Alex's phase during a tense dinner call. Phase, as if loving who he loved was a temporary affliction, like the flu. Eleanor had always known, deep down, since the day she found that dog-eared copy of Giovanni's room hidden under his bed at 16. But knowing and accepting were worlds apart in the Bible Belt echoes that lingered in her Colorado heart. Tom refused to discuss it. Lydia tiptoed around it with forced smiles. And Marcus, well, he was the golden boy who'd never understand. So she'd cut him out. Literally. And now, with Christmas looming like a storm cloud, the invitation she'd sent to Alex, and signed, impersonal, sat unanswered in her inbox. Across town, in a cramped apartment overlooking the Platte River, Alex Harper nursed a mug of black coffee, the steam curling like unanswered questions. The city lights twinkled mockingly through frost-laced windows, a reminder that Denver's holiday glow hid as many fractures as it healed. He was a graphic designer by trade, sketching logos for queer-owned startups by day and doodling abstract heartbreaks by night. His best friend, Jamie Ruiz, sprawled on the threadbare couch, legs draped over the armrest, scrolling through his phone with the casual intensity of someone who'd seen it all. "You gonna go?" Jamie asked, not looking up. At 26, Jamie was a force, tall, with warm brown skin, a fade haircut, and eyes that sparkled with the mischief of a man who'd turned his own family rejection into fuel for his drag persona, Vesper Loon. They'd met 3 years ago at a Pride after-party, bonding over shared stories of estranged siblings and mothers who prayed a little too hard. Alex set the mug down, tracing the rim with a finger scarred from a childhood fall off the family swing set. To what? The annual Harper Guilt Fest? Mom's email was basically a form letter. Join us for festivities. Regrets only. Like I'm an optional side dish. Jamie tossed his phone aside and sat up, crossing his arms. Regrets only? That's colder than a queen stare down. But come on, it's Christmas. Snow, eggnog, passive-aggressive fruitcake. And Lydia's fiancé, Marcus, right? The one who looks like he irons his socks? But he's got stories. Alex laughed, but it came out hollow, echoing off the walls adorned with posters of Basquiat and framed photos of him and Jamie at last year's Rocky Mountain Pride. Stories I don't want to hear. Last time I was home, Dad cornered me in the garage. Pray on it, son. God don't make mistakes, but the devil sure tempts. As if I'm the temptation. The memory stung fresh. Tom Harper, retired mechanic, hands calloused from years fixing engines and hearts he couldn't fix. He'd built their split-level ranch house with his own sweat, a monument to the American dream. White picket fence, 2-car garage, flagpole out front. But dreams like that left no room for sons who loved men. Jamie's expression softened, the performer mask slipping to reveal the friend who'd held Alex through more than one breakdown. Look, I get it. My abuela still crosses herself when I visit, whispers about the devil's glitter. But hiding? That's what they want. Show up, own it. Shake their snow globe. Alex's phone buzzed. A text from Lydia. Can't wait to see you. Marcus is excited. Bring that famous pie? He groaned. Lydia, his big sister, the golden child who'd married into acceptability while he navigated hookups that never lasted past dawn. They'd been thick as thieves once, building forts in the backyard, sharing secrets under the covers. But college had changed her. Law school in Boulder, then Marcus, with his venture capital job and whispers of traditional values. Now, her texts felt like lifelines laced with pity. "Maybe," Alex said finally, standing to pace the room. The floorboards creaked under his socks, a rhythm to his turmoil. "But if I go, it's on my terms. No more pretending." Jamie's grin returned, wicked and encouraging. "That's my boy. And hey, if it goes south, we've got the escape plan. Fake emergency call from me, mid-dinner." "Alex, the drag show's on fire, literally." They both chuckled, but as Alex stared out at the river's dark flow, a resolve hardened in his chest. This Christmas, he'd stop being the shadow in the frame. He'd step into the light, even if it burned. 2 days later, the Harper home buzzed with pre-holiday frenzy. Eleanor directed traffic in the kitchen, basting the turkey while Tom wrestled with tangled Christmas lights on the roof. Lydia and Marcus arrived early, arms laden with gifts and that nauseating newlywed glow. Marcus, 30, with his pressed khakis and monogrammed cufflinks, kissed Eleanor's cheek with the precision of a boardroom handshake. "Smells amazing, Mrs. H," he said, unpacking a bottle of artisanal bourbon. "Tom's going to love this." Lydia, in a festive sweater that screamed catalog chic, hugged her mother tightly. "Where's Dad?" "And Alex, did he confirm?" Eleanor's smile faltered, just for a second. "Oh, he'll be here. Running late, as usual." She turned back to the oven, avoiding Lydia's probing gaze. The portrait, hastily retaped and shoved into a drawer, mocked her from its hiding place. She'd tell them later, maybe, or never. Upstairs, in the guest room that had once been Alex's, Lydia unpacked her suitcase, folding sweaters with military neatness. Marcus lounged on the bed, scrolling emails. "You think he'll bring someone?" he asked casually. Lydia paused, sweater half folded. "Who?" "Alex doesn't date much." Marcus raised an eyebrow. "Come on, LYD. We both know. The whole artistic type vibe. Just hope he keeps it low-key. Your folks are old school." She shot him a look, sharp as a tack. "He's my brother, Marcus. And it's Christmas. Family first." But even as she said it, doubt gnawed at her. The last visit, Alex had arrived alone, quieter than usual, his laughter forced around the edges. She'd caught him staring at Marcus once, not with envy, but something softer, curiosity, maybe, or pain. She'd pushed it down, buried it under wedding plans and career ladders. But now, with the ring on her finger heavy as a chain, she wondered if her happiness was built on his silence. Downstairs, Tom descended the ladder, lights finally triumphant. He clapped Marcus on the back. "Good man, bringing the good stuff. Let's crack that open before the bird's done." As they poured drinks, the doorbell rang, a cheerful chime that cut through the chatter like a siren's call. Eleanor wiped her hands on her apron, heart pounding. That must be him. She opened the door to a blast of cold air and Alex, snowflakes melting in his dark hair, a pie tin in one hand and a bottle of wine in the other. He looked older, somehow, jaw set, eyes steady, dressed in a wool coat that hugged his lean frame. Behind him, half hidden in the shadows of the porch, stood Jamie, bundled in a parka, waving awkwardly. "Merry Christmas, Mom," Alex said, voice even. He leaned in for a hug, but she stiffened, eyes flicking to the stranger. "Who's this?" she asked too quickly. Alex stepped aside, gesturing. "Jamie, my best friend. He was coming through town. Thought it'd be nice to join." Jamie's smile was all teeth and warmth as he extended a hand. "Pleasure, Mrs. Harper. Heard so much about your famous feasts." Eleanor shook it limply, her mind racing. "Best friend." The words hung innocuous, but she saw the ease between them, the brush of shoulders, the shared glance. Tom appeared in the doorway, brow furrowed. "Alex, good to see you, son. Come in, before you freeze." Inside, the warmth enveloped them like a false embrace. Lydia squealed, pulling Alex into a bear hug, then eyed Jamie with polite curiosity. Marcus offered a firm handshake, appraising. "Designer too? Small world." Jamie nodded, charm dialed up. "Freelance illustrator. Pays the bills, breaks the heart." Dinner unfolded in fits and starts, the long oak table groaning under turkey, stuffing, and cranberry relish. Conversation danced around landmines. Tom's tales of shop days, Lydia's wedding venue hunt, Marcus's latest deal. Alex spoke little, carving the bird with steady hands, passing plates with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. Jamie filled the silences with stories of Denver's art scene, drawing laughs even from Tom. But under the table, Eleanor's foot tapped a nervous Morse code. She watched Alex and Jamie. The way Jamie's knee bumped Alex's accidentally. The lingering look when Jamie praised the pie. "You bake like a pro, Alex. What's the secret?" "Love," Alex replied simply, and the word landed like a stone in still water. After dessert, as they cleared plates, Lydia pulled Alex aside in the hallway. "You okay? It's been forever." He leaned against the wall, arms crossed. "Yeah, just figuring things out." She touched his arm. "Marcus likes you. Really. And Mom, she's trying." Alex's laugh was soft, sad. "Trying to forget, you mean?" Lydia's face crumpled. "What? No." But the moment shattered as Tom boomed from the living room. "Family photo time. Lights on the tree, everyone." Eleanor's stomach dropped. The portrait, the cut one, flashed in her mind. She hurried in, positioning them. Tom's center, her beside, Lydia and Marcus flanking. Alex and Jamie hovered at the edge. "Come on, son," Tom said gruffly. "Get in here." Alex moved forward, but Eleanor waved him off. "There's no room." "Jamie, why don't you wait by the fire?" The air thickened. Jamie's eyes narrowed slightly, but he nodded, retreating. Alex froze, the exclusion hitting like a slap. "No room? Since when?" Tom frowned. "It's tradition. Just the 5 of us." "5?" Alex echoed, voice rising. "Dad, there's always been room for me. Unless." Lydia stepped forward. "Alex, it's fine." "No." He cut in, green eyes blazing. "It's not. Look at me. All of you. Look." The room held its breath. Snow tapped the windows like impatient fingers. Jamie stood by the hearth, silent support in his stance. "I'm gay," Alex said, the words dropping like bombs. "Have been since I was a kid. And I love Jamie. Not as a friend. As my partner." Silence crashed down, heavier than the turkey platter. Eleanor's face drained of color. Tom's jaw clenched like a vice. Marcus shifted uncomfortably, Lydia's hand flying to her mouth. "You." "What?" Tom finally growled. Jamie stepped up then, hand finding Alex's. "He's telling the truth. And if that's a problem, we're out." Eleanor stumbled back, hand to her chest. "I knew. God help me, I knew. But this at Christmas?" Alex's voice cracked, but he held firm. "When else, Mom? When I'm 40, still invisible. Or never." The tree lights flickered, casting erratic shadows. Lydia found her voice first. "Alex, why didn't you say?" "Because saying it meant losing you all," he whispered. "But hiding? That's worse." Tom turned away, staring at the fire. Marcus cleared his throat. "This is a lot. But family sticks, right?" Eleanor sank into a chair, tears carving paths down her cheeks. The drawer with the ruined portrait called to her, a confessional she couldn't ignore. "Wait," she said hoarsely. "There's something I have to show you." She retrieved it, the taped-together image trembling in her grip. Gasps rippled through the room as they saw the slice. Alex's absence stark against the happy faces. "You cut me out," Alex breathed, hurt etching deeper lines than any knife. Eleanor sobbed. "I was scared. For you. For us. The neighbors. The church. What would they say?" Tom's shoulders slumped. "Ellie." "No, Tom. It's my sin." She looked at Alex, eyes pleading. "Forgive me. Please." The clock ticked, marking seconds like heartbeats. Jamie squeezed Alex's hand, a lifeline. Lydia crossed to her brother, hugging him fiercely. "We're idiots. But we're here." Marcus nodded slowly. "Yeah, all of us." Tom cleared his throat, voice rough. "Son, Alex, I ain't good with words. But you're my boy. Always." The dam broke then. Tears, embraces, words tumbling like ornaments from a shaken tree. They retaped the photo properly this time. Alex's face restored, gaps filled with care. Laughter crept in, tentative, as Jamie cracked a joke about framing the drama. But as midnight neared, and carols played softly, Alex pulled Eleanor aside. "Why now, Mom? The cut, what pushed you?" She sighed, gazing at the snow. "Lydia's wedding. Marcus's family, they're like us. Traditional. I thought if I erased it, it'd protect you. But it just hurt us more. He nodded, understanding dawning. Love isn't erasable. It's the frame that holds us together. Outside, Jamie waited on the porch, breath fogging the air. You good? Alex smiled, real this time. Better. Ready for whatever comes. They drove back through the night, Denver's lights a beacon. Christmas wasn't mended yet. Prejudices lingered like frost, misunderstandings like cracks in the ice. But the reveal had shaken the house, and in the rubble, something new stirred. Truth, raw and radiant. Yet the night held one more twist. As Alex unlocked his door, his phone lit up, a voicemail from an unknown number. Alex Harper? This is Dr. Elena Vasquez from the Denver Free Clinic. We need to talk about your recent tests. It's important. Call back immediately. His blood ran cold. Tests. The routine checkup last month, brushed off as nothing. Jamie's face paled as Alex played it. What is it? I don't know, Alex said, dialing with shaking fingers. But whatever it is, we face it together. The line connected, and Dr. Vasquez's voice was gentle but grave. Alex, it's HIV. Positive. The world tilted. Jamie pulled him close, whispering promises. But in that moment, as snow fell silent outside, Alex realized the real portrait, the one of his life, was just beginning to reveal its colors, bold and unerasable. The clinic's waiting room smelled of antiseptic and stale coffee, a sterile limbo where time stretched like taffy. Alex sat rigid, Jamie's hand a warm anchor in his lap, as Dr. Vasquez entered with a folder that felt like a guillotine. She was mid-40s, sharp-eyed behind wire-rimmed glasses, her white coat a shield against the blows she delivered daily. Alex, thank you for coming so quickly, she said, settling across from them. The test was confirmatory. CD4 count is strong, viral load low. With antiretrovirals, you'll live a full, healthy life. But we caught it early because of your caution. He nodded numbly, the words bouncing off the fog in his head. Caution. The hookups he'd sworn off after too many mornings of regret. The prep he'd started 6 months ago on Jamie's insistence. How? I was careful. Condom slip, maybe. Or a partner who wasn't honest. Her tone softened. This isn't a death sentence. It's manageable. We'll get you on a regimen today. Jamie leaned in, voice steady. What about me? Transmission risks. Dr. Vasquez outlined it all. Undetectable equals untransmittable, regular testing, support groups. But as they left with prescriptions and pamphlets, the weight settled. Another layer to the Harper tapestry, one that could unravel everything he'd just reclaimed. Back home, Alex paced the apartment, pills rattling in his pocket like accusatory marbles. Christmas was supposed to be the big reveal. Now this. How do I tell them? Hey, family reconciliation, but bonus. I'm positive. Jamie blocked his path, hands on shoulders. One breath at a time. You're not defined by this. You're Alex, artist, fighter, the guy who makes killer pie. But doubt not. That night, sleep evaded him, dreams tangled with portraits. His face not just cut, but faded to gray, Jamie walking away, family doors slamming. He woke sweating, Jamie's arm draped protectively over him. Morning brought a text from Lydia, brunch tomorrow? Miss you already. Bring Jamie. Alex stared at it, finger hovering. Truth, or more tiptoeing. They met at a cozy spot in Lodo, fairy lights strung like hopeful veins. Lydia and Marcus arrived buoyant, wedding magazines in tow. We want your input on invites, Lydia said, sliding one across. Alex's name was there, scripted elegantly, no qualifiers, just family. It's perfect, he said, throat tight. Over mimosas, talk flowed to holidays past. Marcus, loosening up, shared his own story. My uncle came out at Thanksgiving '98. Dad walked out mid-meal. But we rebuilt. Slower than molasses, but real. Lydia squeezed his hand. See? Progress. Jamie steered gently. Speaking of real, Alex has something. The table stilled. Alex's heart hammered. Last night. Test came back. I'm HIV positive. Lydia's glass clattered. Marcus paled. Oh God, Alex. It's okay. Alex rushed. Manageable. Early. But, yeah. Lydia's tears came fast, reaching for him. Why didn't you say sooner? We could have. Supported? Like with the gay thing. He softened at her flinch. I'm teasing. Mostly. I needed to process. Marcus nodded slowly. My firm does work with AIDS advocacy. Connections, if you want. Jamie beamed subtly, support blooming where fear had rooted. As they parted, Lydia hugged him fierce. You're not alone. Ever. But the real test loomed, telling Mom and Dad. Alex dreaded the pity. The prayers turned to pleas for miracles he didn't need. Eleanor called that afternoon, voice tentative. Alex? About the photo. I framed the original. With you in it. Wanna come see? He agreed, arriving solo to the ranch house, snow crunching under boots. The living room glowed, the restored portrait on the mantel, Alex's smile whole again. It's beautiful, he said. She poured tea, hands steadier. I was wrong. Cutting you out. It cut me too. He sat, words spilling. Mom, there's more. My health. Her face creased with worry as he explained. No dramatics, just facts. The pills, the future. Tears welled, but she clasped his hand. My boy, we'll fight this. Together. Tom entered then, hat in hand, eavesdropping guilt playing. Heard enough. Proud of you, son, for speaking up. The embrace was awkward, Tom's aftershave sharp as memory, but it held. Yet peace fractured midweek. A package arrived at Alex's door, anonymously wrapped, addressed in block letters. Inside, the original cut portrait pieces scattered like confetti, with a note, some things can't be fixed. Repent. Chills raced his spine. Who? A neighbor? Church friend? Or closer? He showed Jamie, who cursed softly. Hate mail? Classy. Police? Not yet. But someone knows. Christmas Eve dawned brittle, the Harper gathering now laced with undercurrents. Guests included Aunt Clara, Tom's sister, a widow with a tongue sharper than tinsel, and her son Ben, Lydia's cousin, home from Seattle. Ben, 32, broad and bearded, exuded quiet strength. A contractor who'd built homes after wildfires, metaphor for mending. Eleanor fussed over settings, the portrait a talisman on the sideboard. Tom strung extra lights. Marcus helped with firewood. Lydia blasted carols. Alex and Jamie arrived last, bearing gifts and guarded smiles. Aunt Clara air-kissed. Alex, heard you're into art. How quaint. Ben clapped his back. Cuz. Long time. This your guy. Nod to Jamie. Genuine. Yeah, Jamie. The nod lingered, Ben's hazel eyes warm. Cool. Welcome. Dinner hummed, toasts to health and happiness ironic in Alex's ears. But as pie circulated, Aunt Clara leaned in. Eleanor mentioned. Troubles. Prayers help, dear. Alex's fork paused. Thanks. But meds work better. Her smile thinned. God's will, though. Tom interjected gruffly. Enough, Clara. Post-meal, games ensued. Charades, laughter bubbling. Jamie nailed a dramatic jingle bells. Alex his silent night, mime drawing cheers. Ben paired with Alex for teams. Their synergy easy, shared glances, inside jokes blooming. Later, by the fire, Ben sidled up. You okay? Aunt Clara's. Intense. Alex chuckled. Family specialty. Ben's voice dropped. Hey, if you need to talk, health stuff, whatever, I'm around. Lost a buddy to it years back. It's hard. Gratitude swelled. Thanks. Means a lot. Midnight mass loomed, but Alex begged off. Church and I, complicated. Tom nodded understanding. Stay here, then. Keep the fire going. As others bundled out, Jamie kissed Alex's temple. I'll go with them. Scout the vibe. Alone with Ben, who stayed to help clean, the house quieted. They washed dishes in companionable silence, suds popping like unspoken thoughts. You ever feel like you're rebuilding on sand? Ben asked suddenly. Alex dried a plate. All the time. Especially lately. Ben met his eyes. Then build with someone who knows quakes. The air charged, but the door burst open. Family returning, cheeks flushed from carols and cold. Jamie's look said all clear, but Alex caught Aunt Clara's glare, lingering on the note's echo. That night, in the guest room, Alex unfolded the hate note to Jamie. This came yesterday. Jamie's jaw set. We're telling Tom. Now. But dawn brought chaos. Eleanor's car wouldn't start, battery dead in the freeze. Marcus tinkered, Ben lent tools. Amid grease and grumbles, Lydia pulled Alex aside. Ben's asking about you. Like, interested. Alex blinked. What? No. Shoo. Just. Options. After everything. Jamie overheard. Brow quirking, but no jealousy. Trust solid. Christmas Day erupted in paper shreds and joy. Gifts exchanged. Alex's custom sketch for Lydia, Jamie's vintage vinyl for Tom. But under the tree, Alex found a small box from Eleanor, a silver frame, empty. For new memories, she whispered. His gift to her, a digital tablet preloaded with family photos, including ones of him and Jamie at Pride. No more cutting. Afternoon brought the twist. Aunt Clara cornered Eleanor in the kitchen. That boy's poison. The disease, the lifestyle, its judgment. Eleanor whirled. My son, Clara. Mine. Voices rose, drawing the room. Tom stepped in. Out. Now. Clara stormed, Ben trailing with apologies. She's scared. But wrong. In the fallout, revelations cascaded. Ben confessed to Alex. Saw her mail that note. Intercepted it. I'm sorry, I should have said sooner. Alex reeled. You protected me. Ben shrugged. Family does that. Jamie pulled Ben aside later, man to man. Appreciate it. But Alex is mine. Ben grinned. Not poaching. Just. Ally. Laughter sealed it, bonds forging in firelight. As evening waned, snow blanketing the world soft, Alex stood on the porch with his parents. I was scared too. Of losing you. Eleanor hugged him. Never. Tom grunted. Damn right. Inside, Jamie waited, arms open. The portrait on the mantel caught the glow, complete, unbreakable. But one shadow lingered, the note's cinder exposed, yet prejudice's roots deep. Alex knew the road ahead twisted, meds, stigma, love's tests. Yet with Jamie's hand in his, family's arms around, he stepped forward. The house settled, but hearts raced toward dawn. Weeks blurred into January's gray haze, Denver's streets slick with melt and memory. Alex's routine solidified, morning pills swallowed with orange juice, afternoon sketches infused with defiant color, evenings tangled with Jamie's limbs and whispers. The Harper reconciliation held, tentative texts from Lydia, weekly calls with Tom about Broncos games, small stitches in the family fabric. Work beckoned, a commission for a queer youth center mural, bold strokes of intertwined figures defying erasure. Jamie thrived too, his drag shows packing houses, Vesper Luna beacon for the lost. But Ben's confession lingered like an afterimage, his number saved in Alex's phone. Cousin. Ally. Call if needed. One Friday, after a grueling therapy session unpacking childhood closets, Alex met Ben for coffee at a Highland dive. Snow flurried outside, patrons huddled over lattes. Thanks for the heads up on Clara, Alex said, stirring foam. She apologize? Ben snorted, cradling his mug, black, no frills. To me? Yeah. To you? In a pig's eye. She's old-school Catholic, guilt her default. Alex nodded, tracing the tables with grain. Hurt more from family, you know? Ben's eyes, hazel flecked with gold, held steady. I get it. Came out at 20. Dad, your uncle, took years. But Benji, he said, son, build your own house. Did, literally. Their talk veered to trades. Ben's builds versus Alex's designs. We should collab, Ben mused. Your art on my walls. Intrigue sparked, but Jamie's text buzzed. Show tonight. Front row? Wouldn't miss, Alex replied aloud. The club pulsed with bass, lights slicing smoke. Vesper Loon commanded the stage. Feathers, sequins, lip sync to Rise Up that brought the house down. Alex cheered loudest, Ben beside him, clapping with genuine gusto. Post-show backstage hugs. Jamie, makeup smudged, pulled Alex close. Killed it. Slayed. A beat. Ben came. Jamie's glance sharpened, playful. Should I be worried? Alex kissed him. Never. But seeds of doubt? No. Trust was their mortar. February thawed tensions further. Valentine's loomed, Jamie plotting a surprise. Cabin in the Rockies, no signal, just them. Alex packed nervously. Pills, sketchpad, the weight of disclosure still fresh. En route, winding roads hugged pines heavy with snow. What if I infect you? Alex blurted, mile marker blurring. Jamie downshifted, eyes on curve. You won't. You equals you, remember? And I choose you, virus or not. The cabin nestled remote, fire crackling welcome. They cooked pasta, wine flowing, bodies mapping familiar terrain. Kisses deep, hands gentle, love's language beyond words. No rush, no pressure, emotions the only climax. Midnight, stars pricked velvet sky. On the porch, wrapped in blankets, Jamie traced Alex's palm. Marry me. Alex stilled, breath caught. Jamie. Not now? Someday. When you're ready. Tears pricked. Yes. Someday. Back in Denver, bliss bubbled until March's gale. Lydia's wedding date set for June. Invites formal. But a call from Eleanor. Clara's coming. With caveats. Alex's gut twisted. What kind? Behavior, she calls it. No displays. Anger flared. It's my sister's day. Tom's voice boomed in background. Told her off. But, navigate, son. The wedding loomed like a battlefield, love's parade under scrutiny. April bloomed tentative. Alex dove into mural, figures emerging, lovers hand in hand, families mending, rainbows arching over storms. Ben visited site, toolbox in tow. Need a wall? I'm your guy. They worked side by side, plaster and paint flying. Ben's stories flowed, wildfire rebuilds, homes for displaced queer kids. Saw your strength in you, he said once, wiping sweat. Like rebar in concrete. Flattery? Or flirt? Alex chalked it to camaraderie, but Jamie raised an eyebrow over dinner. Cousin's got a crush. Nah, ally vibes. Watch it. Family trees tangle easy. May's warmth brought bridal showers. Alex toasting Lydia with mocktails. Marcus, loosening, shared bar stories. Knew I was buying college. Hit it till LYD. You're braver. Gratitude, but the note's ghost whispered, not all welcome. Rehearsal dinner crackled tension. Clara arrived, pearls clutched like rosaries. Alex, Jamie, charmed. Her eyes raked, judgment veiled. Ben hovered, buffer. Anti-wine. Eleanor pulled Alex aside. Ignore her. Focus on joy. But joy fractured when Clara cornered Jamie. Leading him astray? Jamie laughed, steel-edged. Love's no leash, ma'am. Tom overheard. Faced thunder. Clara, car. Now. She left fuming, Ben apologizing profusely. She's spiraling. Uncle's death hit hard. Still, Alex said. Hurts. Ben's hand on shoulder lingered. I'll make it up. Promise. Wedding eve, Alex couldn't sleep. Jamie held him. Tomorrow's theirs. Ours comes later. Dawn broke golden over the venue. A rustic barn in Boulder foothills, vines twining arches. Guests milled, air sweet with lilac. Alex, groomsman suit tailored sharp, adjusted Jamie's boutonniere, matching rainbow pins, subtle rebellion. Ceremony swelled hearts. Vows exchanged, rings glinting, Lydia radiant. Clara sat stiff, but teared up. Reception thrummed, dance floor alive, cake towering. Alex and Jamie swayed to At Last, bodies sync. Ben cut in politely. May I? One dance, chaste. You're glowing, Ben said. Deserve it. Thanks. But Jamie's reclaim was possessive, kiss-claiming. Fireworks later, literal and figurative. Clara approached Eleanor, words slurred by champagne. Forgive me. Saw the light in their eyes. Eleanor hugged her. Took you long enough. But the night twisted. As guests thinned, Alex's phone rang. Dr. Vasquez. Routine check. Viral load up slightly. Stress? Adjust meds. Panic flickered, but Jamie grounded. We've got this. Driving home, stars witnesses, Alex exhaled. Wedding survived. Us too. June's in brought heat waves, but cool breezes and change. Ben pitched collab. Design a safe house for queer youth. Your vision, my build. Jamie greenlit. Team effort. Project ignited passion. Sketches to blueprints. Fundraisers buzzing. Clara even donated, anonymous. Yet August stormed. Tom's heart scare, mild attack. Hospital vigil united them. Eleanor pacing, Lydia praying, Alex holding Tom's hand. Scared me, Dad. Tom wheezed laugh. Takes more in that. Love you, kid. Recovery bonded deeper, barbecues with stories swapped. September's leaves turned, mirroring shifts. Jamie proposed formally, knee in autumn crunch, ring simple silver. Now. Alex, tears free. Yes. Engagement news rippled joy, but prejudices echo. Church protest at their announcement brunch, pickets with slurs. Tom dispersed them, cane thwacking. My lawn. Laughter triumphed. October haunted lightly, anniversary of the note. But they burned facsimile in bonfire, ashes to wind. November chilled, Thanksgiving tested. Full table, Clara subdued, Ben toasting. To portraits whole. December circled back, 1 year post-reveal. Harper home aglow, portrait expanded, Jamie added, Ben too. Tree trimming, carols, pie baked. Alex's med stable, mural unveiled to acclaim. Midnight, snow falling, family encircled. Eleanor raised glass. To us, flaws and all. Alex met Jamie's eyes, love's promise. The house stood unshaken, fortified. But life's plot twisted ever. New chapters, conflicts, climaxes. For now, peace held, love the frame. The new year dawned crisp, 2026 etching promise in frost-kissed air. Alex and Jamie's engagement sparked plans. Small ceremony, summer solstice, rooftop in Rhino with city skyline witness. Invites handwritten, artful, each guest a stroke in their canvas. Work surged. The Safe House project, dubbed Haven Frames, broke ground in April. Alex's mural splashed across facade. Interlocking hands, diverse faces, colors defying fate. Ben oversaw construction, his crew a mix of burly allies and queer volunteers. Your design's soul, he told Alex one dusty afternoon, hard hat tilted. Keeps it standing. Jamie, ever the spark, organized drag fundraisers. Vesper Loon headlining, proceeds pouring in. We're building more than walls, he'd say, sequins catching light. Family wove tighter. Lydia, pregnant now, glowed through morning sickness, Marcus doting. And Alex, she teased, ultrasound photo in hand. Uncle, he corrected, kissing her cheek. But yeah. Eleanor dove into baby knits. Tom tinkered cribs. Clara? Tentative thaw, weekly calls, Bible verses laced with questions. Tell me about Jamie. Truly. Progress, inching. But May's warmth brewed storm. At a site visit, Ben pulled Alex aside, voice low. Got a letter. Like yours. From Clara. Alex's stomach nodded. She's regressing? Ben shook head. Scared. Her church group's radicalizing. Talks of saving you. Rage simmered. Confront her. That evening, over Eleanor's pot roast, truth erupted. Clara fidgeted, fork abandoned. I sent it. To test. To push prayer. Gasps rippled. Tom slammed fist. Test? On my son. Clara wept. Feared losing you all to sin. Jamie, calm fire, spoke. Sin's the hate, ma'am. Not love. Ben defended softly. Auntie, you've seen the joy. Choose it. She nodded, broken. Forgive? Again. Alex met her eyes. Earn it. Support Haven. Publicly. She did. Letter to local paper, from prejudice to pride, penitent and proud. Backlash came, but so did allies. June's solstice sun bathed the rooftop in gold. Vows exchanged. Alex's, you saw me whole. Jamie's, I'll frame your every light. Rings slipped, kisses sealed, cheers erupted. Lydia teary, Tom beaming, Clara clapping tentative. Honeymoon in California coast. Big Sur cliffs, waves crashing confessions. Scared sometimes, Alex admitted, sand between toes. The virus, the world. Jamie traced jaw. Then we surf it. Together. Return brought bliss. Housewarming for Haven. First residence. Trans teen fleeing home. Lesbian couple rebuilding. Alex mentored art therapy, Jamie performance workshops. Ben installed swing sets, his presence steady, now firmly friend. July's heat peaked with crisis. Tom's checkup revealed arrhythmia, pacemaker needed. Surgery day, waiting room a Harper huddle. Eleanor clutching rosary, Lydia timing contractions, false alarm, Marcus fetching coffees. Post-op, Tom groggy but grinning. Tougher than nails. Like you, son. Alex squeezed hand. Learned from best. August whispered doubts. A routine blood work, viral load spiking again. Dr. Vasquez adjusted regimen, but whispers of resistance loomed. Monitor close, she warned. Jamie held vigil, but strain showed. Late nights prepping shows, worry etching lines. September's equinox brought balance, or illusion. Lydia birth baby girl, Harper clan swelling. Naming, Riley, after Alex's childhood dog. Nod to innocence reclaimed. Christening clashed faiths. Clara's church versus Jamie's secular rite. Compromise. Backyard blessing. Toasts inclusive. But October's chill carried wind. Anonymous email to Alex's work, outing his status. Plague in our midst. Clients wavered, one bailed. Jamie fumed. Sue. No. Fight with art. Mural extension. Figures scarred but soaring. Tagline, undetectable, unstoppable. November's harvest moon-lit gratitude dinner. Full circle. Clara served pie. Alex's recipe, apologizing anew. Proud nephew. December snowed early, anniversary eve. Family gathered, portrait gallery now, wedding shots, Riley's first smile, Haven groundbreaking. Fireplace crackled, story spun. Tom raised glass. To reveals that remake us. Alex, arm around Jamie, whispered, shook the house. Built a home. Yet dawn's light hid shadow. Ben's confession over Coco. Loved you, Alex. Past tense. Happy for you. Relief, hug. Brother. The core held, but life's narrative twisted on. Conflicts cresting, loves deepening, prejudices fading slow. In the frame, they endured, vibrant. 2027 unfurled like a banner, bold against winter's fade. Alex and Jamie settled into married rhythm. Shared studio mornings, coffee laced with quips, evenings coding playlists or curling on couch with Riley's gurgles via video call. Haven thrived, beds full, waiting list long, testament to need, to hope. Career crested. Alex's mural monograph published, Frames of Us, bestseller in niche circles. Tours beckoned, but he anchored home. Jamie expanded Vesper, online series, Loon lessons, mentoring young performers. Visibility's vaccine, he'd say. Family fractal bloomed. Lydia's law firm pro bono queer rights, Marcus funding startups. Eleanor volunteered Haven childcare, knitting tiny pride flags. Tom, woodshop for custom frames, literal and legacy. Clara transformed. Church switched progressive, sermons on love spectrum. Late bloomer, she joked, Ben's eye roll fond. But spring's thaw unearthed roots. April visit to Alex's old high school, guest speaker for LGBTQ club. Hallways echoed ghosts. Lockers where slurs scrawled. Cafeteria where he hid lunches. Kids listened rapt, questions tumbling. How'd you come out? Sloppy, but necessary. Post-talk, a boy lingered. My dad's like yours was. Scared. Alex knelt. Tell him your truth. Gently. He'll crack. Echoed his own path. May's bloom hid Barb. Ex hook up. Derek, surfaced via DM. Heard your story. Inspired. But, tested positive too. From you. Accusation sliced. Alex's reply. Facts, you equals you, but guilt nod. Jamie read. Rage then reason. Block. Breathe. You're not villain. Dr. Vasquez confirmed. Timelines mismatched. Old infection. Not yours. Relief, but scar. Trust's fragility. June's pride swelled Denver streets. Rainbows rioting. Alex and Jamie marched front. Haven float behind. Ben driving. Clara waving sign. Love wins late. Float snagged. Counter-protester shoved teen volunteer. Chaos erupted. Fists flew. Alex shielded. Ben tackled aggressor. Police swarmed. Headlines. Pride clash. Ally turns hero. Ben shrugged off kudos. Just family. But injury. Sprained wrist. Alex's bruise blooming purple. Jamie iced it. Fury soft. World's rough. We tougher. July's heat mirrored tempers. Lydia's case. Custody battle. Queer parents versus bigot grandparents. Alex testified. Loves the parent. Win bittersweet. Tears in courtroom. August whispered pivot. Jamie's offer. LA residency. Vesper TV pilot. 6 months. You game. Alex hesitated. Haven? Family. Remote. Visit. Adventure. Torn, he agreed. Growth's call. September's leaves fell like decisions. Packing boxes, studio cleared. Farewell bash at Harper Ranch. Ribs smoking, stories toasting. Tom pulled Alex aside. Proud. Go shine. Eleanor teared. Call daily. Clara gifted cross-stitched, home is heart. Ben hugged last. Build big, cuz. LA dazzled. Palm sway. Ocean roar. Apartment ocean view. Pilot filming frenetic. Alex freelanced. Murals for studios. Queer icons reimagined. But distance strained. Video dates lagged. Jamie's exhaustion bled through. Alex's checkup. Load stable, but loneliness spiked. October's equinox balance scales. Derek reappeared. Apology brunch. Amends made. Misread fear as fault. Forgiven. Bridge burn no more. November's chill crossed coasts. Thanksgiving Zoom fractured. Riley's first words, Unca. But Tom collapsed mid-call, stroke. Flight panic. Alex landed Denver dawn, hospital sterile hell. Prognosis, recoverable, therapy long. Jamie joined days later, shoot paused. Family first. Vigil wove them. Lydia pacing, Eleanor praying, Clara reading psalms inclusive. Ben built ramp for chair. Tom woke grumpy. Missed turkey. Laughter therapy. December snowed heavy, recovery slow. Alex stayed through holidays, Jamie remote directing. Portrait updated. Tom's chair, all faces forward. New Year's Eve, balcony toast. Shakes still come, Alex said. Jamie clinked. We danced through. Core quaked, but held. Love's architecture resilient. 2028's spring uncoiled gentle. Tom's rehab a marathon of small wins. First steps unaided, grip reclaiming tools. Alex shuttled coasts, heart split, but full. LA pilot greenlit series, Vesper star rising. Jamie commuting now, Denver anchor. Haven expanded, second site. Alex's design scaling. Ben partnered, firm, frame strong, born. Sustainable builds for marginalized. Summer solstice marked 2 years wed. Vow renewal, intimate. Beach at dusk, waves hymning. Lydia matron, Riley flower girl toddling. Clara officiated, words woven wise. Love cuts deep, but mends deeper. Fall's harvest reaped bounty. Alex's TEDx talk, erasing the erase, reclaiming queer portraits. Viral, invites flooded, keynotes, panels. But October's Amber hit hazard. Paparazzi stalked Jamie's premiere, outing Alex's status in tabloid splash. Drag stars hubby. HIV shadow? Backlash tsunami. Trolls, lost gigs, Haven donors wavering. Jamie rage press conference. Stigma kills slower than virus. Back off. Support surged, celebs, allies. Clara rallied church. Prayer vigils turned pride walks. November's gray-tested grit. Tom's full recovery coincided with attack. Clara's home vandalized. Slurs spray-painted. Culprit, ex-church radical. Arrest swift, but trauma lingered. Family fortified. Group therapy, bonds braced. Alex sketched healing. Communal mural, community hands painting over hate. December's white mantle cloaked close. Holiday portrait, all present. Riley on Tom's lap. Ben with date, quiet accountant, sparks subtle. Eve fire, story circled. Eleanor reminisced, that knife. My lowest. Alex hugged. Highest now. Midnight kiss, Jamie's whisper. Reveals keep coming. We reveal stronger. Dawn broke. House unshaken. Core vibrated with life. Love's pulse eternal. Yet epilogue whispered. Life's frame ever shifting. Conflicts cresting unforeseen. In the gallery of days, Harper's posed bold. Gay brother not cut, but centered, shaking foundations to freedom.